Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketase cha. Mantra number 2. Yeah, let's chant. Agum Sashuchishat
Agum Sashuchichad
Vasurantarikshasat
Asurantarikshasad
Hota Vedishat
Samutta Vedishat
Athitir Duronasat
Atithir Duronasat
Nrishat Varasat
Rishadvarasat
Vritasat Vyomasat
Ritasat Vyomasat
Abja Goja
Jagoja
Ritaja Adrija
Ritaja Adja
Ritam Brihat.
Ritam
Yeah. So we are in the second Valli of the second chapter of the Kathopanishad, which has only 2 chapters and 3 Vallis in each chapter. Yeah. And just started second Valli, of which the first mantra was Puram Ekadasha Dwaram. So talking about the body, Ekadasha Dwaram, body, referring to the body. And knowing that Atma, Anushtaya na sochati, that Atma which is there in the body. That's the idea in this. And the person becomes free also. Vimuktascha vimuchyate. So we saw that mantra there. So there, Swampada Upadesha is given in that mantra. Swampada. In the Tattvamasi Mahavakyam, Swampada was talked about. Even though the Mahavakya is not explicitly stated, the Swampada, because Jiva is there, Shariram is there. Then in the second mantra, which we are now looking at, okay, Shankaracharya, how did he introduce it? He said, look at the Sambandha Bhaashyam of that second mantra. Sahatu na eka sharira puravarti. Don't think Atma is just in one body and located in a body. Don't finitize it like that. Atma kim tarhi sarva puravarti. Atma is there everywhere. Okay, recognize it in your body. In your body, I can only recognize Atma in my body only. In others' bodies, I may not be able to recognize. Because that consciousness is there. I can sense that I always exist, and that existence is Atma. Okay. But Atma is Sarva Puravarti. Atma is there in all bodies, all things also. Katham, like that, he had introduced this mantra. How is that? How is that here in this mantra? Like in the 11th, 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, Krishna is saying, let me tell you how how I manifest in this world. I'm going to tell you a lot of things. But I can only tell you some things. My list is endless. Where I am, if you ask, it is going to be endless list. And therefore, like that, here also, there is a very big list given as to where Atma is manifest. And big list is given and then stops, full stop. Kritam Brihat. And so here, that Tatpada Upadesha is given. Tatpada. In all the things that Atma is manifest, is present, that is mentioned in this mantra. And we saw all the different things. Slowly we went through these words. Agum Saha Shuchi Shat, etc. Agam Saha Hanti Gachati Iti Hamsaha. That which moves, referring to Surya, Aditya. Suchishat, Aditya is then in Swargaloka. Like that we saw. Atma is manifest as the sun in Swargaloka. That's a way to read that. All right. So we did that. I don't want to review the whole thing. You've seen all those things. Hota, Vidishat, Atitihi, Duronasat. Two meanings were given. One meaning is the Soma Raja, Soma juice, Atitihi. I think that is one meaning, right? Um, correct. Kalashe, Duronasat. Atma is present in the form of Soma Rasa in the Kalasha, or Atma is Atitihi, Brahmana Rupa Atitihi, in any house, like that he mentioned. Yeah. We have to resume from the word Ritajaha, correct? Ritajaha. Yeah. So let's read that Bhaashyam. Ritajaha
ऋतजाः
Yajnangarupena
यज्ञाङ्गरूपेण
Jayate iti
जायते इति
Adrijaha
अद्रिजाः
Parvatebhyaha
पर्वतेभ्यः
Nadyadirupen Jayate iti.
नद्यादिरूपेण जायते इति.
Yeah. Ritajaha and Adrijaha are mentioned here, which is the fourth quarter of this month. Okay, Ja, we know what it means. Abja, Goja, we saw. Ja means Jayate, born, born. Jaha. So let's see what it says. Yajnanga Rupeda Jayate iti. Jayate iti, born. Born in the form of Rupena Yajna Anga. Yajnanga. Okay. Now, somewhere he already referred to Yajna. Look at that Rita Sat. Okay, Rita Sat. There he explained Ritam as Satyam, Tatyam Yajnova, he says. Correct? Satyam Yajnova. So already Yajna meaning was given. And so here also, this Rita Ja, he's saying not Yajna, but Yajnanga Rupena. So all the implements, all the accessories required for a Yajna, other than the actual Yajna itself. Okay, that is what he's saying here. And what might be those Angas? When Nachiketa asked the second boon, excuse me, Nachiketa Agni. So he says, Swargai Loki na kinchana bhayam nasti, na tatra tvam na jaraya viveti. You are not there in Swarga. Like that, he says, he's giving his idea of Swarga. And there, Yama got back and said, Lokadimagdim tamuvacha tasmai. Like that he said. Ya ishtaka yavatirva yathava. Hey, this Agni, you have to tell me how to do it because I have to go down there and I have to tell people how to do it. So all details was given. So ya ishtaka, what kind of bricks are needed, how to arrange them, and while arranging the bricks, what mantras to be chanted, how to carry the bricks from where they are to the yajna, Yajna Kunda, all these things were said. All those implements were mentioned. Some of them were mentioned. Ya Ishtakaha, etc. What types, how many bricks, all that is there. So, like this, if you look at the list, what mantras have to be chanted, okay, all those things, including how many purohitas are required, how many ritviks are required, what who are they, etc. Also, so Chetana Vastu and all the other implements, Achetanas also are indicated by the word Yajnanka, Yajnanka Rupena. Okay, all the things that are required to make this yajna happen. Okay. Jayate iti ritajaha. Ritajaha. And then Adrijaha. Adri. Adri, I think many of you will know. Adri means mountain. Adri. Venkatadri, Sheshadri, Himadri. Like this, we have many words. So, Venkatadri, the mountain which has 7 hills. Sheshadri. Sheshadri also refers to Tirupati mountain, Sheshadri. Sheshadri, I tried to look up, and this dictionaries are not giving any meaning. Somewhere, Swamiji, I had to ask Swamiji what Sheshadri means. Then somewhere he picked up Tirupati. The name of the hill in Tirupati is called Sheshadri. Like that, it's
Narayanadri is there.
Narayanadri. So like this, you have Parvata. Wherever you want to refer to Parvata.
Vishabhadri also.
And then Adrija, you can refer to Parvati as Adrija also. Okay, all these we can bring, right? All right. So, Adri, that is the meaning of the word Adri. Shankaracharya says, Parvatebhyaha Nadi Adi Rupena Jayate. So, you understand now. In the mountains, Parvatebhyaha Jayate, that which is born of mountains. Well, trees are also born of mountains. There are animals that are born of mountains. Okay. And he is not giving the meaning of tree here. Nadi Adi Rupena is. Adi is giving Adi, so you can bring in whatever you want to bring in that are part of the mountain ecosystem, correct? And so that's the idea. The mountain ecosystem is referred to by the word Adrijaha, Nadi Adi Rupena. Any rivers, rivulets, any streams that are all flowing in mountains that belong to that mountain is called Adrijaha. All right, let's read the next one. Sarvatma api
सर्वात्मा अपि
san
सन्
ritam
ऋतम्
avitatha swabhavaha eva
अवितथः स्वभावः एव
बृहत्
बृहद्
महान्
महान्
sarvakaranatvat.
सर्वकारणत्वात्.
Yeah. So the last 2 words of this mantra, ritam brihat. Shankaracharya is explaining. He is saying, Sarvatma api san ritam avitata swabhavaha eva. See, Sarvatma api san, even though Atma is manifest everywhere, this list has to be extended, dot, 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 dot. And so Atma is present as this Vyavaharika Prapancha, the world that I encounter, which is moving, shaking, acting, moving. I can keep quiet, but the world keeps moving. And so much is going on. Birds are building their nests. They're leading a life. All animals are leading their life. Every person is doing whatever is to be done. And anyway, the sun is also rising, setting. All this is going. He says, Atma, being manifest as this entire world, still, ritam, avitata swabhavaha eva. It is Satyam. You don't think Atma is moving around like this. Atma doesn't move. Atma is nityam. Everything else is anityam. Atma is nityam. That is what he's saying. Look at this. Let us understand this word. Avitata swabhavaha eva. This is a very interesting word. In Mandukya Upanishad, there is a particular chapter called Vaityathya Prakaranam. That comes from this word. Let's understand this. Swabhavaha, nature, you know that. Then tatha, 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 that which is always as is. Tatha eva asti yat. That which always is. Means that which is unchanging, that which is nityam, which is referring to Atma, that tatha refers to Atma. Vitata means what? Vigataha tathatvam. Hey, that as-isness, that permanence is gone. That for whom permanence is gone, which means mithya. Vitata refers to mithya because mithya is anityam. Mithya is not permanent, its existence depends on something else. So vitata comes from tata. Tata means nityam. Vitata means anityam. Avitata means not anityam. Not anityam means nityam. That is how we should understand the word avitatam.
Double negative.
Double negative is there. Okay. It's used in Mandukya and all it is used. Vaithatya Prakaranam. There it says, demonstrating the anityatvam of the world in this whole chapter involved. Present. That name of the chapter is called Vaithatya Prakaranam. Karika. It's actually a Karika. Written by Gaudapadacharya of the Mandukya Upanishad. So this, we connect with that Upanishad. Anyway, avithata swabhavaha eva. Even though Atma is just all over the place like this, and don't think Atma is like the world that you see, it is very much unlike avithata swabhavaha, nitya swarupaha, paramarthika swabhavaha. Okay, not vyavaharika swabhavaha, paramarthika swabhavaha. Doesn't lose its intrinsic nature, Atma. So that means we have to, we already know it. What do we know? The creation Shrishti is made, it requires a Nimitta Karanam and Upadana Karanam. A creator is an agent is needed and some material is needed. Material is called Upadana Karanam. Okay. Now, this Atma, what kind of Upadana Karanam it is? Is it like all the materials that are made to make any object that you know, like a phone? Okay, so many things are going to make a phone, but guess what? If the phone stops functioning, you can't remove the parts and reuse it. All the parts, 100% can you reuse and make another phone? You can't. Why you can't? Parinami Upadana Karanam. That Upadana Karanam has undergone change in the process of assembling and whatnot. Making the chips and all that. Chips are made with silicon and some other things are used to make silicon wafers. And it's all gone. That's it. You can't reuse it. Maybe some parts can be reused, but for the most part, can't be reused. Means what? Parinami Upadana Karanam. The material cause that has undergone transformation, like the milk has become yogurt, you cannot extract the milk out of it. This is one type of Upadana Karanam. Most of the Upadana Karanam we know is like that. Most of the Upadana Karanam. In the kitchen, all the transformation is happening. You cannot extract back. Oh, we don't have dal, so let's get some dal out of the sambar. You can't say, over, gone. Dal is overcooked. Like that. That is the only Upadana Karanam we know. But then there's another Upadana Karanam, which is called what? Vivarta Upadana Karanam. What we talked about so far is Parinami Upadana Karanam, which means that which is constantly changing. The Karanam that changes is called Parinam. Vivarta means what? It's that which is the Upadana Karanam but does not change. Its nature doesn't change at all.
Gold and ornaments.
Like golden ornaments, like pot and clay. Okay, clay doesn't change to become pot. Gold does not change to become ornament. That's a good example to give. We can appreciate it. That's why the ornaments can be melted and the gold can be reused. So that is called Vivarta Upadana Karanam. Another example we will give is your dream world, the world that you created. How did you create the dream world? From where it came? I am the Nimitta Karanam. I am the Upadana. That's it. Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. At least gold ornaments, the maker of the ornament is different from gold. They are two different things. But here, dream world creator and the material both are identical. Literally identical. And how do you know, is it Vivartam or Parinami? If I ask you, are you the Parinami Upadana Karanam of the dream world or the Vivarta Upadana Karanam of the dream world? If I ask, what will you say? Huh?
Vivarta.
Vivarta.
Sure. So why not Parinami?
Changes in dream permanently.
Parinami. Parinami means if it's all Parinami, then we have a serious problem. Because I have changed. When if I dream, I have changed. And then after I wake up, some changes happen to me. And I'm now a different person altogether. And Atma is changed. And if Atma is changed, I won't know that Atma has changed. And it's all that basis itself is gone. The basis with which I can say I dreamt, I woke up, I slept well, I did not sleep well. For all that, you need an Atma that is unchanged. If Atma itself is changing, all these things will not be possible. Okay.
Somebody
There.
else would have been woken up. Somebody else would have been woken up.
Somebody else would have been woken up. We'll talk about that. Yeah. Okay. So that is what he's saying here. Rhythm avithata swabhavaha eva. Okay, he's reminding us of that. And then Brihat Mahan Sarva Karanatvat. Brihat means Shankaracharya is saying Mahan. Mahan means Sarva Vyapi, all pervasive. All the things you see are finite, but Atma is all pervasive. Okay? Mahan Purushaha. Why Sarva Karanatvat? It is the cause of the entire. The cause of the entire universe must be all pervasive. And therefore, Brihat, whether Parinami or Vivarta, has to be Mahan. Okay, Mahan need not be Vivarta, but it has to be eventually. Atma has to be Vivarta. So, what is the difference between Vishishta Advaita and Advaita? Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta, Atma, Brahma is Vivarta Upadana Karanam. Vishishta Advaiti say Brahma has transformed into this world. You can't recover Brahma at all. And therefore, the world is Satyam. Brahma also Satyam. It became another Satyam now. It's called the world. Vishnu is Satyam. You are Satyam. Everything is Satyam. Everything is Satyam. All are of the same order of reality called Satyam. There is no that is Paramarthikam. Vyavaharikam is Paramarthikam. Therefore, I have to go to Vaikuntha in order to make it. Correct? Because Vaikuntha is Satyam. This world also is Satyam. Dukkham is Satyam. Sukham is Satyam. Everything is Satyam. So that's the thinking there in terms of how a Vishishta might look at this Upadana Karanam. Okay. So let's read the next one. That completes the explanation of the mantra. Yada api
यदा अपि
आदित्यः एव
आदित्यः एव
मन्त्रेण उच्यते
मन्त्रेण उच्यते
तदा अपि
तदा अपि
अस्य
अस्य
आत्मस्वरूपत्वम्
आत्मस्वरूपत्वम्
आदित्यस्य.
आदित्यस्य
Next word is not there in your notebook. Iti, there is a word in Gita Press. It's okay. Adityasya
आदित्यस्य
angikritatvat
अङ्गीकृतत्वात्
brahmana vyakhyane
ब्राह्मणव्याख्याने
api avirodha.
अपि अविरोधः.
Yeah. Now Shankaracharya is making a comment. He's saying, look, we have finished studying this and Hamsaha, Shuchishatya and all. Atma is manifest in so many different ways. Examples are given. Now he says, in Karma Kandi, if you go to a Veda Patashala and you tell this mantra and you say Atma is manifest as this entire world, they will question you. Why? Because in Karma Kanda, in the Veda, there is another mantra which is also runs the same way, Hagam, Sach, Shuchi, Shat. And there they are taught the sun is the essence of the whole universe. Okay, that is how it is taught. And so you are telling Atma is the essence, Atma is the Adhishtanam of the entire world. We have studied sun is the essence. Therefore, there is a virodha, there is a contradiction. Contradiction. And Shankara is going to give some logic. And he is going to conclude avirodha. The last word is avirodha. He is going to say, no, there is no contradiction. I'm going to explain to you why. He says, Agumsaha Shuchishat is said in the Veda, in one portion of the Veda called Samhita. Then, then after that, there is a mantra which is, it is explained. The meaning of Hamsaha is Adityaha. That also is said, okay, by a mantra called, where is that mantra? Yeah. Yeah, somewhere there is a mantra. Where did I write that down? Is called. Yeah, correct. Asauva Adityaha Hamsaha. Like that, there is a that sentence called Hamsaha Shuchishat is explained in another portion of the Veda, and that statement says Asauva Adityaha Hamsaha. Asau Adityaha. Hey, that Hamsa is nothing but this sun that you see right there. That is Hamsaha. Like that is that. Okay. So Hamsaha is equal to Adityaha, which is what Shankaracharya had said here also. Okay. Then there is another Sandhya Vandana mantra which says Surya Atma Jagatastasthusascha. So those who do Sandhya Vandana will know this mantra. In the noon, Madhyanigam, we say that Surya Atma Jagatastasthusascha. What is that Surya? Surya is Atma. Surya is Atma. Jagatastasthusascha, which is present as all the moving and the unmoving things of this world. Like that, that mantra says. We chant it every day, we chant this mantra. Okay, two mantras we chant. One thing is Asau Aditya. Asau Aditya Brahma. Brahmaivaham Asmi. You know, this mantra says Asau Aditya, that sun which I am worshipping in this Sandhya Vandanam is Brahma, and then Aham api Brahma. Brahmaivaham asmi. Like that, two statements are just next to each other. Asavaditya Brahma, Brahmaivaham asmi. Okay, that is Sandhya Vandana mantra. Sandhya Vandana mantra, what it does? It converts Surya to Atma. It converts Surya to Brahma. It looks at Surya as Brahma. So when the Karma Kanda, what is this? What are we said? Yeah, correct. Amsaha means Adityaha. But Adityaha you chant every day. Aditya is Brahma, Atma. And therefore, don't think literally the sun is the essence of the entire world. You can't take it like that. Sun is an object. It can't be the essence of the world. You have to understand Surya as Atma, which is the essence of the world, which is what this mantra is also saying. Therefore, avirodha. There is no contradiction between the Karma Kanda mantra and the Upanishad, which is the Jnana Kanda mantra. We won't have this kind of conflict because we have not studied Karma Kanda, so therefore we can't have this problem. And so Shankaracharya knows all these things. He's studying the Karma Kanda also. Therefore, he's bringing up this observation here. Okay. So look at this. Yada api adityaha eva mantrena uchyate. Mantrena uchyate. It is said by the mantra. By the mantra means by the Karmakanda mantra. Hamsaha means adityaha. Adityaha eva mantrena uchyate. The word Hamsa is translated as Aditya, explained as Aditya in that mantra. Tada api, still, look at that. Asya Atmaswarupatvam Adityasya Angikritatvat. Still, you have to read further and says, hey, that same Surya has been accepted as Atma, Angikritatvat. That Surya having been accepted as Atma in another portion of that same Veda. Okay. Asavaditya Brahma, Surya Atma Jagatastastushascha. Like that in those mantras, they are saying the Surya is Atma, which is you. Okay. And Angikritatvat, because of that following statement also, it follows that Hamsaha is Atma. First meaning is Surya, but Surya is Atma. And therefore, you have to understand Hamsa as Atma being manifest as the Aditya. Is the correct way to understand it. Brahmana Vyakhyane. So that is another word used. Mantrena Uchyate was said earlier. And Brahmana Vyakhyane. So I told you there are two parts of the Vedas. One is called Samhita. Another is called Brahmanam. He is referring to that Brahmanam portion, which is an explanation of the mantras in the Samhita portion. That explanation portion is called Brahmana Vyakhyani. Vyakhyanam. The explanation given in the Brahmana portion of the Veda is called Brahmana Vyakhyane. So Brahmana Vyakhyane Angikritatvat. Because the Surya has been referred to as Atma in the Brahmana portion of the Karmakanda. Avirodha. There is no contradiction between what the Karmakanda says and what this mantra is saying. No contradiction. Now, the contradictory things will be there because what karma can produce, jnanam cannot produce. What jnanam produces, karma cannot produce. So we can expect some contradictory like statements. Right? Swargaha nityam. Swarga Nityam. If you do all these mantras, you can go to Swarga. You will get a lot of punya and you'll go to Swarga. Which is what in this Upanishad, our Vajashravas is doing. Vajashravas is doing what? All this the Vishwajit Yaga to go to Swarga. They gave a competition to Indra, okay? And therefore, Nityam also. Nachiketa told, hey, people want Swarga, where there is just complete freedom from old age, fear. Natatra tvam na jaraya bibheti. Like that he said, right? And so there is the idea of Nityatvam there also. I can go to heaven and be there forever. This forever is so important. Temporary heaven, nobody, if people come to know that heaven is temporary, they will lose interest. Correct? Think about it. They'll lose interest. If a Viveki will lose interest. So sometimes there are statements which say, hey, that Swarga is Nityam. What are you talking about Atma being Nityam? Like that, contradictions will be there. But there we say it is apekshika nityatvam. Means what? Yeah, you can stay there. The longness, the duration, it's a long duration. It will appear as though it is nityam. Appear as though it is nityam. So those kinds of contradictions will be resolved in that manner. All right, let's read the next. There is one more sentence, right? All right. Ramuji, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Sarvavyapi
सर्वव्यापी
ekah eva atma
एकः एव आत्मा
jagatah
ततः
na atma vedah
आत्मभेदः
iti mantrarthah.
मन्त्रार्थः.
Right. So finally, what are you saying, sir? If you ask, iti mantrarthah. That is the meaning of the mantra. He says. He's concluding in one line. Okay. Sarvavyapi ekah eva atma. I think you can understand that. Ekah eva atma. Sarvavyapi. One atma, not in just one body, and therefore there are so many atmas in so many bodies. Not like that.
Is it Sarvavyapi or Sarvathapi?
Here, my book says Sarvavyapi. What does your notebook say?
My book Sarvatha.
If is Sarvatha.
Sarvathapi.
Oh,
Sarvathapi.
Sarvathapi. Okay. So change it to Sarvathapi Eka. Okay, Sarvatha might mean the same thing. Sarvatha. I need to look into it. Sarvatha. Why it is like that? So here it says Sarvavyapi. Advaita Sharada also says Sarvavyapi. And Upasana Yoga also says Sarvavyapi. So we'll stick with Sarvavyapi now. And I will look at this. Okay, so your book says Sarvatha Api, correct?
Yes.
So, Sarvavyapi Ekah Eva Atma Jagataha. Jagataha Atma. The Atma of the universe, of the world, is Sarvavyapi Ekaha. Is Sarvavyapi Ekaha. Only one. Ekameva Advitiyam. There's only one. Why should he say there is only one? Because there is a contention that there are many. Na Atma Vedaha. There is a contention. Atmas are many. So this Adhyayika, Vaisheshikas and all, they will say Atma is many. Even Sankhyas may say many Anus and all are there. The view is there, very much there. Because people have thought through it. Only when you think about something, there will be doubts. People have thought, they've broken their heads on this. And so there is an argument that Atma Bahutvam. Atma Bahutvam. Many Atmas are there. And each Atma is all pervasive. Okay, that also. Many all pervasive Atmas are there. How about that? So therefore, he is saying, he is negating that. So I've made a note here. Advaita Sharada says Sarvatha Api. I've said it here. Okay. So there is that view also. But it means the same. Sarvatha means what? Sarvatha means all, everywhere. Atma is everywhere. Sarvatra ityartha. You can have one thing in many places. Okay, trees are there everywhere. That is acceptable. But all pervasive Atma, many are there if you say, that becomes a problem. Okay, now Atma Bhedaha iti mantrartaha. There is distinct Atma. Atma Bahutvam Nasti Ityartha. That is what Shankaracharya wants us to appreciate from this mantra. Yes. So then, but we use some words. Punyatma, he is a Punyatma, she is a Mahatma, Mahatma Gandhi, okay? Dushtatma, all these words we use. So there are many Atmas, correct? Many Atmas are there. Papatma is there. So, there, that word is not referring to Pratyek Atma, it's referring to the mind of a person. Punyatma, Dushtatma, that person is just, he hurts people and he's a cheat. He deceives all the time. Don't believe him. Dushtatma refers to that person's mind, mental character. Mahatma, person is an embodiment of compassion, embodiment of daya, embodiment of fearlessness. Therefore, Mahatma, correct? Like that, we have to understand all these words. All right. That completes the Bhaashyam of this mantra. Let's look at the Anvaya. Ritham Brihat. You should say Ritham Paramarthika Swabhavam Brihat. Paramarthika Swabhavam in brackets. Ritham Paramarthika Swabhavam Brihat. Last two words. And those last two words no, that's fine. So Ritham Paramarthika Swabhavam Brihat. Next. Hamsaha Adityaha Shuchishat. Adityaha in brackets. After Suchishat, Divi in brackets. Divi means Swargaloke, Suvarloke. Okay, Hamsaha Adityaha Shuchishat Divi. Next, Vasuhu within brackets, Vayuhu. Antarikshasat. Vasurantarikshasat. Next, Hota Agnihi. Agnihi in brackets. Hota Agnihi. Vedishat. Vedishat within brackets. Prithivyam Sidati. Vedi means Prithvi. Remember that. That portion of the earth where the yaga is being done is called Vedi. So Vedishat Prithivyam Sidati in brackets. Then Athitihi. Bhaashyakara gives two meanings to this word atitihi within brackets. Somaha brahmanaha va. Somaha brahmanaha va. Duro nasat atitihi duro nasat. Duro nasat meaning kalashe grihe va. Drishat varasat. Varasat means devasat. Drishat you understand. Dru means manushya. Varasat devasat. Devasat in brackets. Next. Ritasat. Vyomasat. Abjaha. Gojaha. So Gojaha, you can say Vrihi Yavadi Rupena. Vrihi Yavadi Rupena.
Can you repeat, please?
Vrihi Yavadi Rupena. Vrihi, Vreehi, Vrihi.
In the grains, like grains.
So the paddy, barley, they're all called Vrihi Yavadi Rupena Jayate. Because Go means Prithvi. So that which is born of Prithvi. You can even say Prithivyam, you can say. Because Go means Prithvi. So Gojaha is equal to Prithivyam Yavadi or Vrihi Yavadi Rupena Jayate. Gojaha Prithivyam Vrihi Yavadi Rupena Jayate. Next, Ritajaha. Ritajaha means Yajnanga Rupena Jayate. Then Adrijaha. पर्वतेभ्यः नद्यादिरूपेण. पर्वतेभ्यः नद्यादिरूपेण जायन्ते. Sorry, पर्वतेभ्यः नद्यादिरूपेण जायते, not जायन्ते. So we have to write so much because all these words mean very different things than what we understand. So it's good to do that. Towards the end, you can say cha bhavati, cha bhavati. Atma is of this nature. That's the idea.
Guruji, that Prithivyam Sidati, that what is that? Sidati, is it Saptami Ekavachanam or is it a verb?
Sidati is the verb. for seed. Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam. Seedati
Okay.
is present in.
Present in. Okay. Okay.
So let's read the Ritam Paramarthika Swabhavam Brihat Hagam Saha Adityaha Shuchishat Divi Vasuhu Vayuhu Antariksha Sat Hota Agnihi Vedishat Prithivyam Sidati Atitihi Somaha Brahmanaha Va Duro Nasat Kaleshe Griheva Nrishat Varasat Devasat Ritasat Vyomasat Abjaha Gojaha Prithivyam Vrihi Yavadi Rupena Jayate Ritajaha Yajnanga Rupena Jayate Adrijaha Parvatebhyaha Nadyadi Rupena Jayate Chabhavati. Chabhavati also not needed, I think, because yeah, Chabhavati is not needed actually.
And this Sidati and that Sidanti Mama Gatrani, do they mean the same? No.
No, different. Yeah, same root but different meanings. Same
Okay.
root, different meanings. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
same
That
root.
is why I got a doubt.
Correct. Siddhanti.
Said Hagumsaha. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, so that in the Veda it is pronounced as Agumsaha. Agumsaha. That's the Vedic pronunciation. Okay, so have a little time. Let's read the next mantra. Atmanaha
Atmanah
Swarupadhigame
Swarupadigame
Lingam Uchyate
Lingam Ujyate
Urdhvam Pranam Unnayati
Urdhvam Urdhvam Pranam Unnayati
Apanam Pratyagasyati
Apanam Pratyagasyati
Madhye Vamanapasinam
Madhye Vamanamasinam
Vishve Deva Upasate
Te Deva Upasate
Urdhvam Pranamunnayati
Urdhvam Pranamunnayati
Apanam Pratyagasyati
Apanam Pratyagasyati
Madhye Vamanapasinam
Madhye Vamanamasinam
Vishve Deva Upasate.
Te Deva Upasate.
So, Shankaracharya is introducing the next sloka in the following manner. Lingam. So, Lingam means immediately, just now we've been studying in Bhagavad Gita, Kaihi, Lingaihi, etc. Arjuna was asked, even though the word Lingam was not used by Sri Krishna before, even though we studied the Lingam of the three gunas, still he wants to know Gunadita Linga. There he wanted to know. So, here, look at that. Lingam Uchyate. The lingas are being told. The indicators. Linga means what? Indicators of. Give me some clues. Are there any clues? Okay. What clues can you give me? Atmanaha Swarupa Adhigame. In understanding the nature of Atma, how do I know? Can you tell me a little more? How to understand that Atma is there here in this body? Further, okay? That is what is asked. So we have to remind ourselves that when you talk of the body is no different from anything else in this world. Idam shariram kaunteya, correct? Kshetramitya vidiyate. Everything, the whole world is kshetram. And by the way, this body is also kshetram. Okay, this is a huge thing. And so kshetram means what? What is kshetram? What are the 5 attributes of kshetram? It must have what is called drishyatvam. We're going to list those 5 things again. Okay, drishyatvam. Drishyatvam means what? A, it will be an object of my knowledge. It is always an object of knowledge. It is perceivable. It is at least conceptualizable. Okay. Maybe we have not seen black hole, but we've heard of black hole. They say black hole is ABCD. Okay. Therefore, it is part of the drishya prapancha. So drishyatvam is there for shariram and this jagat. Drishyatvam. Then what? Then pancha bhautikam. Whatever is an object is going to be put together. It's going to be an assemblage of things. And in our model, science might say it is a bunch of atoms. It's a bunch of quarks, whatever. They will say something. They will say something because that is what it is. It's not real. It's not what you think it is. It's not one solid piece. It is millions of things put together. That's what they will say. Here also we will say what? Panchabhautikam. It is made up of Panchabhutas. That's enough to know that it's put together. Okay. So, Drishyatvam, Panchabhautikam, then Sagunatvam. Because Guna is there. In Tattva Bodha itself, as we studied Panchabhutas, and the 3 gunas were introduced. And he says, Mana, Sukshma Shariram, Kim. Then he says somewhere, Etesham Panchatattvanam Rajasamshika Rajasamshad Pranaha Sambhutaha. What is Pranam? Pranam, Pancha Pranaha. It is the Rajas aspect of all the 5 Panchabhutas. That is how he described it. So there itself, the 3 gunas are there. And so anything that is a result of this Panchabhuta is going to have this 3 gunas. 3 gunas means attributes. Colors, forms, everything. Like, dislike, everything will be there for every object. Therefore, so Drishyatvam, Panchabhautikam, Sagunatvam. And once you say Sagunatvam, Stavikaratvam is following. Change. Change is an aspect of every thing in this world. That is why the world itself is called Jagat. Jayati, Gacchati. All the 6 Shadvikaraha is there. Asti Jayate, Vardate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Vinashyati, Shadvikaraman. So that is called Savikaratvam will be there for every thing in this world. And then what? Last one. Agama Payitvam. Agama Payitvam, coming and going, means it is subject to destruction and it is subject to birth also. Specifically called out as Agama Payi. Manifesting, unmanifesting. This is the nature of the entire of the world, of Jagat. And they also, body also has those same attributes. Hey Arjuna, hey Nachiketa. Okay. And so these are the attributes of the body. Then the question becomes, this Atma, Atmanaha Lingam, what are the attributes of Atma? If you ask, it has to be the opposite of these 5. It has to be Adrishyatvam must be there for Atma. Atma cannot be perceived. Must be there for Atma. And then Panchabhautikam. No, this is not Panchabhautikam. Apanchabhautikam. It cannot be made up of Panchabhutas. Tasmadva Atmanah Akasha Sambhutaha. Taittiriya Upanishad. Tasmadva etasmat Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha. Akasha came from Atma. Atma cannot come from Akasha. Not possible. So, apancha bhautikam, then nirgunatvam, nirvikaratvam, anagama payatvam. This must be the attributes of Atma. If at all you can use the word attribute, it's to attribute less. But these are the ways to understand Atma. Okay. All right. This we have to recall. And so, therefore, that Deha is there. Deha Vyatirikta Atma Asti. Because what was Nachiketa's question? Hey, is there an Atma? Body is gone. And everybody say prana gone, they say. And so, what happens? Is there such a thing? Such a thing exists or not? He was asking. And so, that Deha Vyatirikta Atma, an Atma that is distinct from the body. Body is not separate from Atma, but Atma is distinct from the body. Okay. Like our friend here, like the pot is not separate from clay, but clay is distinct from pot. In all respects, clay is distinct from pot. Okay. And so that Atma is what is being talked about here. And Shankaracharya is again going to use the same logic he used in the first mantra. Puram Ekadasha Dwaram mantra, he used a logic. You know what he used? This is called the Samhata Asamhata Nyaya. He is going to use the logic of what? Anything that is put together, Samhatam. Any object, if you say it is put together Panchabhautikam, then immediately we can conclude that that put together thing is Jadam, is inert. It can't be conscious. It can't be conscious. It cannot be conscious. Number one. And not only it is Samhatam, it is Jadam, it is also Paratantram. It has to be meant for something else. It is meant to serve something else, somebody else. Like any object we use, like a car. Car is put together, Samhatam. Car is not meant for the car itself. Car is not meant for any part of the car, like a door or anything like that. Then car is meant for whom, if you ask? Car has to be meant for somebody other than the car. Owner of the car, like that. That argument can be given. So, like a car, house, etc. Samhatam is Jadam and Paratantram or Parartham. Okay, this is the logic Shankaracharya is going to use. And
in
therefore,
previous case, Ratha Swami, he said, Ratha Swami, Ratha exam. Ratha is meant for Ratha Swami.
he used the word in the first mantra, he used the word Puraswami. Okay, because Ratha is different. You're going back to some other example. But I'm saying here, first mantra, he uses Puraswami. Anyway, Swami. Yeah, he says that. Puramcha Puraswami. Okay.
Guruji, does this example hold good for like something like a tree or, I mean, for people with Atma, I can make sense. But for something like a tree, does it hold good?
Yeah, it holds good. It holds good for everything. It holds good for everything. And tree also has Atma. So the purpose, the tree is meant for Atma. Like that, the argument is made here. You should not say tree is meant for a human being who's growing the tree. You can't say that. Because here Atma
That's why I was asking that question actually.
Yeah, I know your question. I know where you're coming from. And so this argument you're going to use. Okay? And
Samhata?
Samhatam is Jadam and Samhatam is Paratantram. Therefore, Atma has to be Asamhatam, cannot be put together at all like this. It cannot be Panchabhautikam, Drishyatvam and all, it can't have. It has to be Asamhatam. And therefore, it is not Jadam, it is Chetanam. And it is Swatantram. Swatantram means what? Independent. Atma is independent. Independent of anything in this world. Everything is dependent on Atma, but Atma is independent of anything else. And therefore, samhatam jadam paratantram asamhatam chetanam swatantram. This is the logic, Sankhya logic. Sankhya says you don't need Vedas at all to figure this out. It's correct, in a way, it's correct. What we said just now, what mantras we quoted, nothing. We are able to appreciate consciousness as an entity that, that is like this. But you need the Shastram to figure out that Atma is all pervasive, that Atma is Nityam and things like that. Only Shastram has to come and say. You can take this logic only that's this far. You can't take it beyond that. Okay? And so, all right, this is the background for this mantra. Atmanaha Swarupa Adhigame Lingam Uchyate. The indicators to appreciate Atma are mentioned for proper understanding of Atma. That's what he's saying. He's saying what? Urdhvam Pranam Unnayati. We have pranam or not? Yeah. Are you able to breathe? Yes. Inhalation, exhalation, both are happening, or just one thing is happening? No, both are happening. Okay, good. He's saying, who takes the prana up? Urdhvam. Atma only has to take prana up. Apanam pratyagasyati. And after the breath is gone out, what happens? So somebody has to pull the breath inside. That puller is called Atma. Okay. And then Madhye Vamanam Asinam. Where is Atma? You keep talking about Atma, where it is. Yeah. Madhye Asinam. It is sitting in the middle of the body, it is sitting. Okay. Hridaya Guha Kashe. Sitting in the Hridaya Guha. Okay. Vishve Devaha Upasate. All the sense organs of the body are all worshipping this Atma. They are doing Archana to Atma. Om Atmane Namaha, Om Paramatmane Namaha, Om Jivatmane Namaha. Doing Archana constantly. It's Vishve Devaha Upasate. Like that, this mantra is saying. Vishve Devaha Chakshuradayaha. Correct. Vishve Devaha. So all the devatas, not just sense organs, the Adhisthana devatas of the sense organs, they are worshipping this Atma. That is the lingam, he says, for the Atma. Okay? So we will, 727, all right? So that's the idea in this mantra. We will continue in the next.
Vamana, what is the meaning here?
He's going to give a meaning for Vama. He's going to say Bhajaniyam and all. We'll see it in the next class, okay? It is not the Vamana you're thinking. It is not short Atma is sitting. No, not that meaning.
That's why
That's why I didn't say it also. I skipped it and you probed. So, all right. We will continue with Satsang. Mahesh has raised his hand. So, you have anything, Mahesh, to add?
No, only for satsang.
Okay. Om Apadamapahārtāram Dātāram Sarvasampadām Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Om Apadamapahārtāram Dātāram Sarvasampadām Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Om Apadamapahārtāram Dātāram Sarvasampadām Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ